What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Cover Lines. I'm your host, Brian B.Dot Miller, and today's cover star is a New Jersey giant with an album to match. Please welcome Ransom. Hey, what's going on, Ran? How you feeling?
Same shit, man. I can't complain, man.
Absolutely.
And if I did, who the fuck would listen?
Who would listen, right? I listen. I'm here for you.
My man.
Yo, Ran, I want to actually start on a really serious note. The NFL draft. I know you're a big Giants fan.
I didn't see that coming.
Are you happy with the selection of quarterback Jackson Dart?
This might be a little controversial, but I am.
Okay.
I am pleased with the pick because, you know, our coach is, I think he knows what he's doing. He's sort of a quarterback whisperer, as they say. And if he can't identify a game-winning quarterback, then who can?
Right.
We can't, that's for sure. So, yeah, I'm pleased with especially the first pick, the third pick, Abdul Carter.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be a beast, and I think Jackson Dart will eventually be good, yeah.
We got to get you in the organization somehow, man.
No, I'm good, man. Shannon, I get Shannon the fuck out of here, get me, just plug me right in.
Word up. Well, let's talk about this new album. We could plug that, The Final Call.
Yeah.
This is your second collaboration release within a 5-month span. The Chaos Is My Ladder 2 with Conway came out a couple months prior. You've seen it work well with others, right? Like, why was now the right time to collaborate with Dave East?
Why was now the right time? I can't answer that specifically because it's not a time thing for me. It's a feeling thing for me. So, you know, the universe kind of speaks to me and tells me what to do, and I just listen. So it wasn't a timing thing. It just came together. And I guess it was perfect time.
Right.
It was, yeah. So, yeah. Perfect.
Hey, this isn't your first rodeo. Like, what makes you want to commit to work on a full project with another artist?
I think it's just a new thing. You know, it's something that I think independence is starting to introduce more, and I think it's dope because, you know, back in the days, all the signed artists, you know, they couldn't really, because of political things, they couldn't really work together all the time. So I think that's dope. That independent, we could just get on the phone and be like, "Fuck it, let's do it," right? And I feel like it's a gift for the fans also. Right. And I just remember who's the first, not the first, but I've been kind of ushering in this new type of, you know, way to work.
Yeah, you pioneered it. You're the vanguard.
Yeah. Well, you said it. You said it, not me.
Or like when working in tandem with somebody like Dave East, how do you settle on things like beat selection or like who goes first?
That's a great question. So with this particular project, I want to say I did a lot of the leg work, as far as like gathering the beats and the concept and the cohesiveness and just the thought process behind the artwork and then he chimed in like, "Oh yeah, this is dope, ... So yeah, I did a lot of the leg work, and but Dave was just seamless.
Right.
It was just seamless. He just knew what to do. A lot of time it's not like that, but with Dave East it was.
So I guess you could say you quarterbacked the whole situation.
Yeah. I think Dave. I think he gave me that leeway. You know, like, OG,
yeah,
do your thing. I like what you do. Let's do something. I think he wanted to step into my world a little bit and not vice versa. So he was like, you know, he let me quarterback it a little bit. And I ain't let him down.
Yeah,
touchdown.
Move over Jackson Dart, yo.
Touchdown. Touchdown.
Now, The Final Call is an Islamic-based publication. Like, how did that serve as inspiration for the album?
Another great question. Yeah, you fucking good at this, man.
I've been here for a long time, Ran.
Good at this now. Yo, like I said, that shit just came together, man. Like, the first track we did, I think I named it. The beat was, I did something else on the beat, and it was called, I named my MP3s when I finished. I just named them things how I feel. And I named it The Mosque. I just like the way that shit, you know, comes out, rolls off the tongue, The Mosque. I'm like, yeah. And then the next song was Egyptian Prayer Rugs. I'm like, what the? I just, you know, and it just came together like that. And each song would be named something of that, texture and that aesthetic. And then after it was done, I was like, it gives me like a religious type of feeling, not preachy though.
Right.
And so I talked to Dave about it. He's Muslim actually.
Right.
I talked to Dave about it. He was like, oh, that's dope. Like it seems like that's, and the subject matter he was rapping about also, and he was saying Audubon Ball. He used Audubon like the street in Harlem. And it just came together, man. Like I said, the universe just kind of put it together, and I didn't argue with it. I just went with it.
Right. And the first song is Audubon Ballroom. Initially, when it dropped, it was you just by yourself. Was that a mistake, or was that supposed to have happened?
Not really. Kind of a mistake. Yeah. Not really a mistake. I wouldn't say it was that it was a mistake, but initially. The album didn't have that song on it. Little backstory. Dave probably don't know this. But I think the last song we did was Farewells.
Okay.
And the competitor in me was like, that motherfucker might have got me on it. I was talking to myself, and I was like, you know what? Nah, I ain't going on like that. We ain't doing that. So I did Audubon Ballroom. And he heard it, he was like, yo, what's that? I'm like, nah, this some shit I got. This some shit. Yeah, you tried to do your thing on Farewells. I ain't like that, so I created this, and this is my shit. You can't, nah, this is me. I'm getting even. This is my get back. And now you can't have it. And he's like, nah, man. I'm like, nah, fuck that. So, we was going back and forth. I was like, nah, this is my get back. So last minute, kind of gave in, but the album was already delivered. He was like, nah, Ran, and he recorded it. And I was like, yeah, fuck it. I was like, all right, Dave. Like, so that's a little backstory.
Wow, you try to pull a fast one, Ran?
Nah, man, look, like I said, I'm a bit of a competitor, but the album wasn't about competing. It was about making something cohesive and something dope. But yeah, a little bit, yeah.
But it's kind of on brand because if you listen to your previous collabo albums, you usually have like that one solo moment for yourself.
Yeah. And the chaos, that wasn't the reason. That was just, these songs was dope, and I was like, because Chaos was originally gonna be a solo, and I talked to Conway, and he was down to do an album, but we wanted to do it. So I'm like, fuck it, I got this shit over here. Like, you want to just touch this up and do this, and that's how that came about. So.
And it's so ill about that first track. It was produced by Made in Tokyo, known from Uber Everywhere, which is such an unlikely pairing because your world and his world is don't really intersect. But you guys did the EP together, Smoke and Mirrors. How did y'all even link?
He DM'd me one day and he was like, yo, OG, your shit dope. I was kind of surprised. I'm like, this the same nigga? Like this, from that, I'm like, this that same nigga? I was like, fuck it. He was like, yo, let me sing you some beats. And I'm thinking, you know what I'm thinking? I'm like, yeah, this is probably not gonna be a good connection, but fuck it. Gave him the email and he sent some shit. And I'm like, this the same nigga? I'm like, this the same motherfucker? And it was, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I could rock with it. It was real soulful and shit. And he just was trying to get in this realm, in this world. I hate to put a label on underground, or whatever the case may be, but our world. And he wanted to kind of dive into it. And who better than Duffle
Bag Ran, right? And in making this project, you said you wanted to challenge yourself to prove that you're the best. Like, do you always go into the studio with that chip on your shoulder?
Yeah, of course. With everything I kind of do, I'm uber competitive. With everything. So yeah, definitely. But the final call, this was more like me wanting to prove that I can create something cohesive and not so rapidy. Not that I'm ever rapidy rap, but I just want to show that I could create a little vibe. I could be still lyrical. I could still, there's hooks, there's sequencing, it's an album, right? I could do that too, and I could do whatever I want to do, actually. So I want to kind of prove, and so I could dip into that world and kind of come back into my world. And I think Dave wanted to do the same. He was like, "Fuck that, I could rap." You know, like, you know, he feels like he's underrated, and he wanted, let me rap with Duffle. He's considered one of the best, and he wanted to, you know, test the cut of his tooth.
Yeah, and after the album drop, you tweeted, you listened to it straight through. It's a modern day hip hop classic. Yeah. Objectively, what do you think makes this album a classic?
The way to me, and I just put this on my page. When my process is perfect, because like I don't cheat the process. So normally after every project, I feel like it's a fucking it's mine. It's fucking golden. It's the best thing ever created. But this one was different because it was with somebody else. Right? Usually I love all my shit. You know, I love all my shit. So, and all I listen to is my shit. But it was featuring, or not featuring, but co-starring someone else, and I still loved it. You know, and I'm like, yeah, this is. I can listen to it all the way through. I think I proved my point, at least to me. I don't care about outside noise. And Dave proved his point. He doesn't care about outside noise too much. I see him going back and forth sometimes. But yeah, I'm always gonna think I'm the best.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. An unexpected feature on this album was Jay Electronica. He's on the title track, Final Call. Can you talk about the unique interaction you had with him in LA that led to this feature?
How you know about that? Did I say that?
I did my homework.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I see them in L.A. It was at the London. It was at the London, right?
London Hotel.
Yeah. So I seen him in L.A. You know, at that point, I didn't even know he knew who I was. And he was like, "Yo, Ransom." And we just had like a strange interaction, but dope but it's just strange. He was just eccentric.
You talk about that crazy space shit?
Yeah, he was eccentric to
like
say the least. Like, I'm like, oh shit, this motherfucker kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But in a good way. And I guess he always remembered that. So I reached out and shout out to Rory.
Yeah, shout out to Rory.
Rory and Bravo, shout out to Bravo. They kind of glued it together and made it happen. And I was surprised. I didn't think he was gonna go through with it, but he did.
Was it a long time trying to track him down to get that verse? Because he is out there.
That's the crazy part. No.
Really?
I thought it would be. But nah. Nope. Not even close, man. He was, what was it, a week maybe?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
A week.
I was like, oh shit. Okay.
Wow.
I'm Duffle. I might be on to something.
Shit.
Man.
A week in rapper years is like a day.
I'm trying to tell you, man. Like usually you waiting for months.
Yeah.
And then you get 2-3 excuses in between that month, and then, you know, me, I move on quick.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Like, motherfucker got one chance. Yeah. Once I text you and you don't shoot the text, man, I'm moving on.
Keep it moving.
You'll hear somebody else on it. But yeah, that's Jay was super cool, and he knocked it out.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Another person I was surprised to hear was 22 G's on the track Mayhem.
Yeah.
Like, how did he land on there? Like, that was a really crazy verse.
That's my guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I would like to say, I'm sure he'll agree with this, that I had a lot to do, or a lot to help with his career, him coming into the game, him being signed, just his growth. You know, I just was in the backgrounds, just kind of cheering him on and helping him whatever help he needed. And I do that with a lot, and I just because I don't champion it, and I'm like, I'm for the young artists. I'm an old nigga, but I loved it. I with all that shit. Like, I'm going to help you, and I'm going to just kind of just play the background.
Yeah.
And I'm not that I'm doing this now. I'm just, you know, you asked about him being on the album, and that's how that came about. I've always known him since he was small. You know.
So how impressed were you with his verse, though?
I was like, okay.
I didn't know he had it in him.
I was like, all right now. Like, I was like, you're trying something.
Yeah.
You're trying to jab me right now. Cause I'm like, when I heard it, I'm like, yeah, nah, he's rapping. And that's what I wanted. I'm not gonna lie. I could have easily did some drill, just gave him drill shit and let him do what he do. But I'm like, nah. And he didn't want to do that anyway. Yeah, he was like, nah, let's rap, dog.
Seems like you bring the best out of people, right?
Man, that's what I do, man. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I need some credit, man.
Yeah,
I need to start getting my credits, man. At the end of when the movie ends, I need to see my name under a lot of these credits, man.
Actually, now this is a good time to big up yourself. Is there a verse that really impressed you on this project?
What? I'm the from me?
Yeah, from you.
Oh,
your own self.
I got shit in my phone that'll fucking stop the world. Hell, like, nah, I'm out of here, man.
Yeah.
Like, if I let you hear some shit, you'll be like, oh, this motherfucker is fucking, I'm one of the greatest, man. I'm trying to tell you, man, but you brought me there. I'm sorry. But yeah, verses, I just love everything I do. That's just, it's not one time that I was like, that I wrote something and I rapped in a long time. But in a recent history, it's not one time that I was like, It's just every time I finish a verse, I'm like, damn. Yo. It's crazy because I'll be like, sometimes when I take 2 weeks off or 3 weeks off, and I'm like, are you still going to have it? Like, is it still, like, it's still like I'm like, is it still going to spill out of you when you pick up the pen? Is it still going to be the same? And it is.
Yeah.
So no hopes and dreams for none of y'all motherfuckers. I'm still ill.
Well, I got that feeling in one of the verses, Exotic Prayer Rugs, man. You talk a lot about your personal life and your upbringing on that particular verse. One of the people you mentioned is Miss Juanita. You said you used to stare at her favorite blouse. Who was she? Like, is she still alive? Where's Miss Juanita?
I don't know if Miss Juanita, Miss Juanita had a son, man, so I don't even know. He was one of my best friends. I don't want to get too, because these are real situations and shit. Sometimes I change the name.
Okay.
But this name is Miss Juanita.
She's a real person.
Miss Juanita is a real person. And I'll keep it there though. Yeah, she's a real person. One of my friends' mothers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When I was listening to it, I assumed she was like this Miss Parker from Friday kind of figure.
She was eccentric. She used to smoke weed and shit. And it was like, I was young. And I used to leave her house smelling like weed and shit. Like 8 years old and shit.
Wow.
Like weed. But but yeah, when I heard the beat, it just took me there. Like,
yeah. And you also talk about during your hustling days, how you had to serve to your best friend's father. Like, did that weigh heavy on your conscience at the time?
That's another one. Damn. At the time?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure, man. Yeah, a little bit, but more as the years went on, especially now.
Yeah.
When I think back of shit that we deemed to be acceptable, I was like, and I think about it, I was like, I'll be like, damn, what the fuck was wrong with you?
Right.
And even him being able to accept it, my friend, he was like,
wow.
You gotta do what you gotta do, right? At the time is you're not thinking about it, but now, and that's why I think I'm one of the best, because I'm able to take these situations and artfully put it into a rap and not seem like it's preaching or bragging or anything like that. Yeah, man, that's a great question.
Are you still cool with that friend?
I'm not. I'm not. When the last time I talked to him? Maybe 5 years, maybe 4 or 5 years.
Oh, wow.
But before COVID, definitely. But we had a decent conversation. Yeah. I mean, I don't think he would, if he heard that, I don't know if he'd be pleased with it. It's just, I was part of it too, so
right.
It's my story too.
Yeah, it's part of your story. And you also talk about your mother, she's suffering from dementia, and how long you've been taking care of her is longer than she's been taking care of you.
Yeah.
Like, how, as her son, like, how has that taken a toll on you?
Yeah, it's tough, but I've developed this new way of thinking, like a lot of external stuff that you can't control. You gotta view it a little differently. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't control dementia and what happens to my mother, so I have to for my own sanity, and I have a family of my own that I have to take care of, and so I have to view things a little differently. So it's tough, but luckily I get to rap and write and kind of express myself that way, and that shit helps a lot. Man. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's kind of like therapeutic, definitely.
Yeah.
Therapeutic, definitely.
Yeah. Was she a big supporter of you and your music? Because there's a moment when you said,
no.
you told her you were supposed to shine, and she said, I didn't see that, son.
Yeah, hell no. She was like, what the fuck you doing? It's rap, like, you're like, go to the Army or go to the Marine, get a job. I was like, nah, I got this. Like, sooner or later it's gonna work. Sooner or later it's gonna work. So hell no.
Are those the reasons why you and her had arguments before your sessions?
Yeah. Like, what are you doing this for? I would, I had this, I went to Canal Street when I first started rapping. It's crazy wearing Canal Street.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I bought a 24-second sampler just so I could loop the beat. I hated rapping over the lyrics of these beats, and I would, if there was a little piece of the beat missing, I would sample it.
So you was like DJing a little bit.
Man, I did whatever I had to do to kind of make myself better.
Yeah.
So I would sample it and loop it. It was a machine, a 24-second sampler is what they called it. And I would make racket in the house, and she'd be like, what are you doing? Like, this is stupid. Go get a job. And I'm like, nah, you'll see. You'll see. And then it's crazy. She got to see a little bit, but it wasn't, it wasn't to the effect of what I wanted it to be.
Yeah. But you also talk about your relationship with your father on the project, on By Any Means Necessary. You said that he almost choked you to death. Was that like a literal moment?
That was more metaphorical.
Oh, metaphorical, okay.
That was definitely more metaphorical. Like his absence kind of choked, took breath out of me, because he wasn't around much. But Dot, you gotta pulling the get them emotional. But yeah, he wasn't around much, So that's what that was about. Him not being there kind of took the breath out of me. It was kind of like being metaphorically choked. Like I couldn't breathe.
You say you get your temper from him though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to blame that on. I don't know, man. But I'm a lot. I practice a lot more temperance now. I'm way more tempered than before. I think. You've known me for some time.
Yeah.
So I think you would probably agree that I'm not the way I was before.
Is your relationship with him still estranged?
Yeah, I don't even really know him. Never knew him. I never even asked my mom. And the crazy part is I never asked my mother any questions about him.
Oh, wow.
And then now she has dementia and she can't answer those questions. So it's like, damn.
Kind of closes the chapter on that a little bit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I guess I have siblings, and they give me they piece the puzzle a little bit for me. But I do a lot of compartmentalizing, so I don't like to hear shit. So my sister I don't want to hear that shit.
How does your family react when you hear some of the music that you?
They would never tell me because I don't want to hear. Like,
you want to hear it.
My brother, he'd be like, "Oh, I heard you." I'm like, I don't tell me that you heard my shit or you see me on YouTube. I'm like, don't do that. Yeah. So I just cut it off right there.
All right.
I'm Randy. You know what I mean? Like I don't even want them to know that I rap or how I rap or what I'm talking about. Right. So.
But you're also the family guy, man. In regards to your other family, you moved them to the islands because that was the last resort. When did you decide to relocate outside of America, man?
When did I decide?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I don't know. Like, again, the universe. It wasn't a time or date where I just was like, this is when we're going to do this. It just kind of gradually happened. I was back and forth. Vacation started out vacationing and just loving the atmosphere of the island life and the peacefulness, and that's how it happened. Like back and forth, and then it was like, damn, what if we was to live here? We actually bought something out there, and we would spend some more time, and it kind of just morphed into this, ascended to where we at now. I don't regret it at all.
Wow.
I hate the fact that I'm here doing this shit with you. Not you personally, but I'm just going, I ain't lying to you, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to be here, man.
Wow.
Not here with you, but I don't want to be in the States. Fuck this shit.
Do you mind what country you're saying that you live in? Keep it quiet?
Yeah.
Okay.
That motherfucker start visiting and shit. You know what I mean? I'm not
get a timeshare right next to you, man.
Nah, fuck all that. If I see a rap out there, I'm moving. Like this motherfucker.
So there is a freedom about living abroad then, right?
Yeah, hell yeah. Hey, I get to, I'm not fucking famous and shit, so I don't, I travel, right? I walk the streets. I don't know entourages or bodyguards, so I'm not famous. But I don't. From time to time, you have people that come up to me and say, "Hey, you look familiar." I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Oh, you a rapper? I was like, I don't rap. I play football. That was my old excuse. I used to lie. I never admitted to being a rapper.
Wow.
Anyone that came up to me, I said I played football. I was a lot bigger.
Yeah.
Now it's like what I do. My wife's sitting right there. I say I'm a sound engineer.
A sound engineer.
Yeah. I'm lying? You rap? Nope, I do sound.
Or you can say you play for like the Browns or something.
That Browns is trash. But now I'm a lot older, so you know, I just say I'm a sound engineer to keep it moving.
But you say you rapped so you can disappear, right?
Yeah.
Is that a reason why you don't tour like some of your peers, like Dave East?
Yeah.
He's currently on tour. Is that kind of the reason why?
Yeah. I don't want to do it. I want to be away.
The fans want you though, Ran, in these cities, man.
And I appreciate that. I really do. I got a strange way of thinking about rap. It's like I got a strange relationship with it. It's a strain. It's something I love it and I hate it, and then I hate the things that rap brings, and I love the things that rap bring, and I hate the surroundings of rap, and sometimes I hate the people. All right, I don't like to be around other people who do the same thing. So I'm not. That's why I said I'm not a rapper. I'm not a rapper because I don't conduct myself as such, you know. So I don't want to be around crowds. I hate crowds. I know you have to rock a crowd. I don't fucking like crowds. I hate them, you know. So it's hard. You know? At some point, I do want to do a tour, but it has to be on my terms. So I'm just building. I'm building and building until I get to what I want. And what I want a tour to look like for me, for Ransom. And I'm not there yet, you know, so I don't get to, you know, I like the shot call. So
Gotcha.
if I'm not doing that, then it ain't gonna happen.
We could do a show at the island, man.
I mean, that's a lot of shot, but you know, they like to shake their ass and shit. They don't want to hear no rap.
Ransom Fest.
They don't. There'll be one motherfucker there and shit. Like they want to do shake around and shit. They don't want to hear my lyrical shit and introspective shit.
But there's a lot of people that do. And last year, you put out the album Cabrini Green. You know, you're from Jersey City. Cabrini Green is a housing project in Chicago. Yeah. Like, how did that serve inspiration for this album?
Yeah, I told I just be naming shit and people just find reasons for it.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. You said it. Yeah, because, you know, A+, you know, because the buildings actually form into something. Yeah, that one. Nah, but seriously, Candyman. People started calling me Candyman because of the director's cut series.
Right.
Took a lot of horror influences and Tony Todd and Candyman. So Candyman was filmed in Cabrini Green.
Oh.
So I found that interesting, and I was like, oh, that's dope. Candyman, Cabrini Green, and the guy on the album, his back was turned. Yeah. Kind of looked like me, so I was like, fuck it. People will figure it out, I guess. But a lot of people was like, what the fuck was this?
Right.
And I'm like, you know, hard to explain. But
I was trying to figure out, maybe you lived there or something. It was a Good Times reference.
Nah, man. Like I said, movies. I love movies and shit, and Candyman was shot in fucking Cabrini Green. I'm Randy Man, and
there you go.
Yeah.
And you put the album out on a direct consumer platform, and then months later you put it on DSPs. Do you still struggle with where your music lives?
Nah, I've never struggled with that. I just, I like to experiment and try to look at independence in different ways. There's different ways and different avenues to be independent. So I'll always be experimental when it comes to putting some shit out. If Even came to me and I liked the way they presented the opportunity, and I was like, fuck, I'm a trailblazer.
Yeah.
Even if no one's watching, doesn't mean I'm not going to trailblaze. So if there's another fucking avenue to do or another experimental type of way to put an album out, I will try it. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
As long as the money comes in the thing. To check clear, let's do it.
Right.
So yeah, that's how that came about.
Because you touch on the dynamic of the music business on Midlife Crisis on the last project on Chaos Is My Ladder too. Yeah. And it seems like everything you said is coming to fruition.
That's why I said, Dad, I'm not no fucking rapper, man. Like, I'm prophetic, man. I'm prophesizing, man. Like, I'm like a ancient fucking Greek philosopher, man. I don't fucking rap. I need sandals and a silk robe, and I need to levitate. That's how you feel me? That's how these
like a monk,
like a fucking monk,
a Shaolin monk,
like a monk. Like I always picture my lyrics being in a fucking ancient cave many years from now, and hieroglyphics on in the side of the cave, and there's fucking the peasants of doing this. That's how I envision it.
I see it.
I got an imagination. I'm fucking delusional, but that's how I see it.
Yeah, well, the rap shit does play a major part in your life, and you said you'd be dead if you couldn't rap, or you'd be doing life because you wouldn't rap. Like, were you always good at putting words together? Like, how did you get nice, Ran?
No. Yeah, hell no. I'm not a good talker, or never been a snazzy talker or a slick talker, nothing like that. Like I said, I don't cheat the process, man. I really fucking sit there. I fucking read a lot. Whatever I had to do to get better, I did it. Right. So if I didn't know enough, I just read, or I watched podcasts, that's what I do now. But even back then, I would just observe. I'm super observant. Like, you can't get shit past me. Looking at everything. I'm looking at everything, and I'm kind of, it's kind of just, seeping into me. Whatever I see, and then I compute it, and then when I sit down to write, it just kind of flows. And I'm like, the reason I'm nice is because I want to be. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be this. You know,
it requires effort.
It really does, man. Like, I want this, so that's the reason I put time and effort, and that's why, man.
Even scholastically, like, did you like take AP English or anything like that when you were in school?
That's a compliment. Hell no, man. I wasn't overly special in school. I would say this, the subjects and certain subjects, a lot of school came easy to me. I'd say that I didn't find much importance in school.
A mutual friend of ours said that, when you guys were in school, that you would barely show up or whatever, fuck around, but you would take a test and get an A.
Yeah, for sure. I know, told you that.
Yeah.
It was crazy. We was in the same class. We was in the same school, same classes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, it came easy to me, and I think that was almost like a detriment, that it came easy and things came easy, so I didn't take it seriously. So when we was joking around and laughing and being clowns in class, I was still observing the lessons being told by the teacher. So, he was failing, I was passing. We was both joking and being clowns, but I was still observing everyone in the classroom and still hearing the teacher and taking in the lessons. And when the test came, I would pass it.
Yeah.
Because I pay attention.
That makes a lot of sense. And you graduated too.
I graduated, yeah.
Is Born the reason, did he come to the graduation because he was in court?
Yeah, it was. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. See, you're listening.
See, I'm listening too.
That's dope, man. Like, let's take a time out to give you a little. I always do that, man.
You do,
especially if you deserve it, man. You deserve it, man. Like, you do your homework. The reason I don't do a lot of interviews is because motherfuckers just sit there saying the same, asking the same questions and shit like that. So flowers to you, man. Matter of fact, fuck flowers. I hate that fucking term. Let's just bury that shit. You deserve your fucking credit.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Ran.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll take a money tree.
Oh, hell, who wouldn't? Fuck that. Fuck a flower, money tree.
Now, you've been terrorizing the game since like 2004, and at one point you even admitted that you tried to spend your early years trying to catch Jay-Z. Is that still the goal at this point in your career?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, why not? Yeah, he's considered to be one of the best, or if not the best. So yeah, hell yeah. That's what
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I'm on his heels, man.
And even with independent, but before the independent success, before aligning with DJ Clue, before A-Team, what were those nights like sleeping on Ray's couch when you were trying to get on? How did you like stay encouraged?
Man, I don't think I was encouraged at that time. I was just living, man, surviving. So yeah, I wasn't encouraged. I just didn't have anything left to do or nowhere to turn but this. And even if I did turn this way, it would just lead back to rap, right? In the streets. And at a long time, man, I didn't take rap seriously. Even A-Team and Pain and Glory and Joe Budden's days when, I was rapping with Joe. I didn't take that. They'll tell you, like, I was in the streets. And rap was just like, whatever, And I don't know, man. I fought for it. I fought for it when I started to take it seriously. Yeah. So to answer your question, I wasn't encouraged on that couch. I don't think anyone could be, but I found a way.
Yeah. Who was Ray? I mean, he must have believed in you to let.
Well, I changed the name.
Okay.
So
to
shout out to Ray.
Shout out to Ray.
Raymond.
Gotcha.
That's not his name, but yeah, shout out to Ray.
But outside of the booth, you're entering this broadcast space with your own situation, Game Within the Game series, hosted by you and your man Jason Lamar.
Jason Lamar, shout out to
What made you want to enter this realm?
That's another great question. Yeah, so I got tired. I don't like complaining. So I would see, and excluding yourself, of course, like rap media or just our culture's media was just kind of like, I didn't like the space. You know what I mean? It was kind of mirroring rap, kind of like as sleazy and dirty as rap was. It was media started to kind of mirror that, and I was sitting there just complaining like, yo, what the fuck? Every time I see this, I'm like, yo, look, instead of complaining, just add something to the space as little as it. I don't have any expectations. I'm just, and another goal was to kind of get over me being so private. I thought that was like a hump I wanted to get over this year. It's like, like you said, the fans, they deserve a little bit more insight.
Yeah.
I do want to fade away, but the least I can do is talk from wherever I'm at and give the fans that much. At least they deserve it. And I wanted to be different, so I didn't want to just talk about rap. And I feel like I leave that to you guys because you do it so well. Yeah,
I saw that tweet that you put out. You said urban content stinks right now.
That was my complaining. that was the day that's great. You said when I tweeted that, I was like, why am I complaining?
Yeah.
Let's do something about it. And that's when I started thinking about it.
Right. So do you think it's improving since then?
Nah, it's the same. Kind of
same old same.
I think there is room for growth. And I think that the ones with integrity need to keep the integrity.
Yeah.
It's nothing wrong with evolution. We talked about this off camera, but it is something wrong with how you evolve, right? You can't evolve the wrong way, right? So I think this space needs to evolve the right way. And I think there's a couple people that's transcending or ascending in that direction, yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think is missing? Because, I mean, at one point you said everything shouldn't be considered content.
Yeah, for sure. What's missing? I don't know, different ways to different ways to speak about the same subject, I guess. If you want to do a rap discussion show, do it differently. If you want to do a sports show, you got the desk and the motherfuckers sitting in the front, motherfuckers putting on suits and shit. Like, we seen that shit before. It's kind of like, do something, have a different angle, right? Like, and then have some knowledge and respect for the space you're in. Like, if you're doing sports, no sports.
Yeah.
If you're doing rap, no, you should be you should be kind of an expert.
Yeah.
Like, and there should be a fucking gatekeeper with these things. Like, yo, if you don't know sports, there should be somebody like, yo, man, you don't know who's caught the win a game-winning touchdown in 1985 with the bid. Like, man, shut the fuck up. Like, you can't do this until you go do your homework, read and study, and that part of the game is over. People like the process. People don't appreciate the process. It's like, I'm gonna grab a mic, I'm gonna grab a camera, and fuck everything else. I'm gonna just spew out words,
Mm.
right? And that shit sucks to me. Do your homework.
Yeah.
I'm not saying don't do it. Just do your fucking homework.
Right.
Yeah.
Now you do know ball, man. I know you and Kevin Durant are tight. And 2 years ago, you put out the song "They Live" about Dallas Mavericks star Kyrie Irving.
Mhm.
Why did you decide to use him as a muse for that record?
Yeah, there goes that. It wasn't a decision. It just was the beat, and I don't question it. It was like, yo, man, like get these ideas, and it just happened. And I've always been a admirer of Kyrie from afar, and kind of what he stood for. I'm not deeming him the next Malcolm X or anything, you know, but he has morals and he stands on them, and he's not apologetic about them.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was dope. And like I said, I heard the beat and I was like, yo, I think I want to say what Kyrie would say. I want to think, I want to put out what he would say. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he doesn't talk, he doesn't speak much. And he's not, and a lot of these celebrities and ball players, they're not even allowed to say certain, obviously, he tweeted something or whatever the case may be and gotten serious, I don't even want to say trouble, whatever that was. Yeah, he's not even allowed. So I just kind of want to speak and say shit that I thought that he would have said. And so if you can't say it, I'll say it. Fuck it, I'll say it for you. And he did reach. You know, he reached out like, oh, that shit is dope.
Yeah, what was the conversation like with you and Kyrie?
Probably it wasn't much, but it was just like, yo, this is dope. Thank you. And other ball players reached out like, yo, this is crazy. And I'm like, fuck it, I'll speak. You know. And it's crazy. Another ball player like, yo, you could do one for me? I'm like, yo, bro, like, you average 3.1 a game, motherfucker? I'm not just doing no song about you, motherfucker. He gonna be like, yo, man, it's fucked up, but it's a joke. But but that happened, though.
Hey, have you guys met in person yet?
No.
Oh, it's a Jersey thing. He's from Jersey, New
Jersey.
Jersey.
That was another thing. I was like, we gotta connect and shit. Yeah. But you did. Me and Kevin, we're real close and shit. Yeah. Cool.
I also saw that you gave your flowers late last year to the rapper Brownsville Ka, who passed away suddenly, and you eulogized him on Twitter. Like, did you guys have a personal relationship?
Oh, we were just starting, man. We was just talking about doing something. Yep. We was just starting about talking, and that was like a great lesson.
Yeah, it seems like you're really affected by his passing.
Yeah, man. That was a lesson for me. I'm like, you don't procrastinate while you have people here breathing, living, and existing. Procrastinate. Oh, we'll do it. Yeah, we'll find time and shit. We'll get it done. And now he's not here, and I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's just a lesson that that everyone should take heed to. You know, when you got somebody that you admire, and that you want to work with or spend time with or talk to, you should not give them their flowers. Just give them their credit there and just attack the time, because you're not always going to have that time.
Right.
Yep.
Right. Now, before we get out of here, Ran, I know you have some new music on the way. So I heard you, Bowley, Craven, new album. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, I got me, Bo. That shit been done for some time. I don't know if I'm be able to say this, but there's one I can't mention that's big that I'm not able to mention. I'll tell you off camera.
Another Jay Electronica verse?
So some of that stature. I can't mention it yet, but it's done. Me and Conductor.
Oh.
Me and Mike and Keys album. Me and Lloyd Banks. Me and this other person that I can't mention that's a producer, but can't say it, but it's gonna fucking explode the world. All of these projects are gonna fuck shit up. And then a solo, just a plain solo from me. All these projects are pretty much done. Like, you know, I work, man. Yeah. I don't club or go out and fraternize and frolic. I fucking rap. Yeah. You know, I write raps for a living. It's gonna be devastating.
I like the freestyles that you did too. You did over Watch the Party Die, the Kendrick Lamar joint, and then you did the Drake. Evil Ways. Can we get some more of that? You shouted me
no,
out on that
yeah,
one.
no, because you started that shit. I don't like that people know how to push you. Someone as sharp as you knowing how to push certain buttons. It's not good. It's not a good thing. Like, so I'm mad that you know what buttons to push when it comes to somebody of the ilk of somebody like me. You know exactly what to say. I was like, oh, you pissing me off, Brian.
So that's what I got to do. I got to keep pissing Red off to get
pissing me off,
All
Brian. Right. I'm gonna show you something. Yeah, you keep mentioning other rappers, man. I hate that shit. yo, so-and-so is. I'm like, what? Who? Man, fuck that.
That's kind of the reason why I like you so much, Red, because you're not afraid to call me out or to respond publicly.
Yeah, that's the way you do it. Fuck you talking about? Who? You mentioned who? That nigga ain't better than me. What you saying his name for? Don't be. I hate that. I try to resist. It's like it keeps like Godfather 3 keeps calling me back. I can't. I'm like, I'm sweating. My wife's like, don't do it. I'm like, this motherfucker knows. He knows how to get me, and I got to say something. This one time, I got to say something. Oh yeah, I'm gonna throw my wife under the bus. She said, "Fuck them lists if I ain't on it."
Damn.
I'm gonna throw you under the bus.
Oh man,
I love you, but she said, "Fuck them lists."
Even the wife got smoked.
She said, "Fuck the lists, Ran." I said, "Nah, the man's. I'm always a voice of reason.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I like the man trying to do his job. He trying to, it's his opinion. Fuck him. Fuck him and his list." I'm like, damn, you don't even know that nigga. Fuck him.
I'm gonna get a diss track from wifey now?
You might.
Oh, man.
I'll write it, though. I'm penning that motherfucker for Venom.
Oh, man.
Yeah, watch out.
And this is actually a great way to segue. I have a segment on Cover Lines called Rap Opinions. I'm trying to call it RAPinion. I thought about myself.
Let me toy with that.
So yeah, just basically any rap opinion, because there's no wrong answer, that you have anything regarding hip hop.
You know what I was saying.
Okay, I have one currently right now. So everyone's talking about Mount Rushmores, right? So I
like that.
And being that you're from Jersey, I was thinking about my New Jersey Mount Rushmore. And
don't make me say fuck your mountain, man.
Oh shit.
If I ain't on it.
You might have to blow it up.
Yo, are you fucking crazy? Nah, dog, I don't even want to hear it.
You don't want to hear it?
I don't even want to hear it. You're going to upset me. I don't want to hear it. Fuck your mountain. Explode that motherfucker.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't want to hear your mountain. Ask the question that you was about to ask me. Let's just erase that part. I don't want to hear your fucking mountain. I ain't on it. Are you fucking nuts?
I'll give you your own statue, Ran. Is that cool?
You got to call it something.
We call it Mount Ran. There we go. Mount Ran. But objectively, I had Redman, Tretch from Naughty by Nature.
The old niggas. All right, keep going.
Queen Latifah, and Lauryn Hill as the Mount Jersey Mount Rushmore.
One album, that's crazy.
But that's always been my gripe with Lauryn Hill for years.
Yo.
It's one album, but it was just such an impactful, and it's not a rap album at that.
She ain't write it or do nothing with it. She got sued for it.
That is my rap opinion. Do you have one, Ran?
That your mountain is trash. That's my opinion. That's my rap opinion. How about that? Your Jersey Mount Rushmore is trash. I don't like it. I need to be on there. That's it. That's my opinion. That's my rap opinion.
Okay. And on that note, Ransom, I thank you for coming through, man. Please make sure everybody go stream The Final Call right now with you and Dave East.
Stream that.
Yes.
Yes. I appreciate you, Brian.
Absolutely. Ransom.
Not your fucking mountain, no. I appreciate that shit.
We out here.
Peace.